Yeah. We are here. Hello, hello, hello. Right, who is in? Hello, welcome to this live stream. Jody, here I am. Sorry, talking to the doctor's office, ladies. Talking to the doctors. No trouble. No trouble, Jody. No trouble at all. If you need to talk to the doctors and it's vitally important one talks to the doctors, do focus on it at hand, darling, because talking to the doctors is very important, especially when it comes to vitally important doctor's appointments and so forth. Hello, hello, hello to Pamela. Hello. Hello, 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 my lady. Hello. And Celestial Dancers is here. We're glad you're here. Please remember to hit the like button. Very good reminders. Very, very good reminder here. YT problem tonight, by the way. Oh no, YouTube problem. Hi, Herman. You're having trouble with YouTube? Oh no. Hoping you're all right. No, just hoping Jodie will be okay. And hoping, most importantly, her little doggy, Rita, is okay. And, Oh, and I did want to let all of you know, this live stream we're not going to do very long. We're only going to do about 30 odd minutes with this live stream, just to let each and every one of you know. 30 odd minutes. Just to say. But, and there's a bit of bad news, I'm afraid. The bad news is the interview the person I was hoping to interview, we can't do it this week, unfortunately. We sadly can't do the interview. So it's likely we're going to be doing it either in March or later into the year. Just let you know. But one thing I have promised this person is he will be my first podcast interviewee and the first only. And I'm not going to interview anybody until I've interviewed him first this year. So promise I'm still going to be explicitly keeping towards this man, a man who's a war veteran and who I have a lot of respect towards. He's not a particularly well-known man, but he's a friendly man who was on my live stream with Blacksmith back in November 2025. So, but sadly, we can't do it this week as I'd hoped. I'm sorry to tell all of you of this, but it's going to happen later into the year, the interview with him. It's going to happen, I can assure you all of this. Thank you, Pamela. No, I don't think I'm going to do that long, but I'm going to probably, the next time I'm doing a live stream will be tomorrow, and it will be at a later time, and it will be for about 1 hour. Thank you, Jodie. Thank you for supporting me. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry that it's not going to happen this week, the podcast. No, sorry to all of you mods, because I know you mods would have definitely found him interesting if I'd interviewed him in full length. But when I had him on the live, that was just in paid tribute and in ode to Remembrance Day 2025, just to let you know. But it wasn't a podcast interview, it was just having him sharing what it means to him about Remembrance Day and the importance of it as we remember. No, I was looking forward to it, but circumstances get in the way, and we're going to do it. It's going to happen, but it's going to take a little time, more time than we expected initially. And he did reply to me, but I will need to reply to him back fairly soon. No, soon after the live I'll need to reply, otherwise it will just be me coming off as badly rude. No, he really was an interesting gentleman. He was an interesting man, and he's a very friendly man too. Having a war veteran on a podcast is always worth the wait. I couldn't agree with you more, Harriet, but hello to you always, and hello to Alice. I'm sure Alice is loving. Alice still being loving as usual, and doesn't Alice recognise my voice whenever I mention her? Because I know the late Willa used to recognise my voice, and she'd just turn whenever she heard me mention her. And I think there's an old friend of mine. I haven't heard from her in a great long while. Her name's Hilda Trellis, and and whenever she was watching me, if her cat heard my voice, he would just come rushing over to the iPad. Oh my word! No, hope Hilda's all right. I think she's quite elderly. I think she was about 84 a couple of years ago. I think she's about 86 now, as far as I remember. I'm really hoping the darling lady's okay. Oh, okay. I sincerely hope she's all right. Really, truly, I do. And all that. I do truly hope she's okay. Yeah. And I need to tell all of you about this. Some of you, because I know some of you are members, when we were talking about Costco, after Blacksmith mentioned it to me, I actually texted him after the members only live was over, and we were talking Costco together, and honestly, do you know what Blacksmith advised me? He advised me, if you do happen to go to Costco, whether it's online or in stores, make sure you have a padlock on your wallet. Yes, I think I will put a padlock on my wallet if I do the Costco thing. Yeah, I'll put a padlock on my... Make sure you put a padlock on your wallet if you're going to Costco. Yeah, it's right. Hello to my sweet Aussie Queen Jess. No, that's the funniest piece of advice I've ever heard. Honestly, it seems like I'm laughing with knockout laughing powder gas. Like in HR, puffin' stuff. Who's your friends when things get rough? HR, puffin' stuff. Can't do a little because you can't do enough. Do 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 do. Once upon a summertime, just a dream from yesterday. A boy and his magic golden flute heard a ball from on the bay. Come and play with me, Jimmy. Come and play with me, and I'll take you on a trip far across the sea. Ah. But the boat belonged to a cookie old witch who had in mind a flute to snitch. From her broom in the sky, she watched her plan with interior eyes. She waved her wand. The beautiful boat was gone. The skies grew dark and the sea grew rough, and the boat sailed on and on and on and on and on and on. But Puff and Stuff was watching too and knew exactly what to do. He saw the witch's boat attack, and as the boy was fighting back, he called his rescue racer crew, and often they rehearsed, and off to save the boy they do. But who would get there first? But now the boy had washed the shore, Puff arrived to save the day, which made the witch so mad and sure. She shook her pissed and screamed away. HR puffin stuff. Who's your friends when things get rough? HR puffin stuff. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. HR puffin stuff. Who's your friends when things get rough? HR puffin stuff. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. I have actually seen HR puffin stuff, just to let you know. Someone recommended it to me when I was about 13 years old when I first knew about it, and first time I watched it, I loved it very much. I could watch it any day. HR puffin stuff. HR puffin stuff. No, but the actor who was in it, the British actor, he died very sadly. Jack Wilde was his name. I mean, poor Jack. Jack Wilde, he died nearly 20 years ago now. Only aged 53. Very, very sad. And far too young to go. It's no age. 53 years of age. Completely no age to go. Now, I love HR puffin stuff, Pamela. It's puffin stuff, not puffin stuff. It really should be spelled puffin stuff, the way you spelt it, Pamela. I really do think it should be spelt like that. But it's PUFFNSTUFF. Unusual way to spell it, but it really should be spelled puffin stuff. Yes, I really do think so. That's the way I certainly view it, logically speaking. HR puffin stuff. Who's your friends when things get rough? HR puffin stuff. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. Do 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 do. No, but actually, Pamela, can I recommend HR puffin stuff to Atticus and the grandchildren? Could I please recommend HR puffin stuff to Atticus and the grandchildren? Because I think Atticus might like it. Did your children, did Keegan and Amy ever watch HR puffin stuff? I mean, sorry if it was a personal question to ask, because I know you're always very keen on taking recommendations for children's television shows for your grandchildren to watch, especially from me, because I know you've come to advice for me for it. And other things I could recommend to Atticus are things like Bob the Builder, Tom and Jerry, the cartoon The Pink Panther. I could recommend Thomas the Tank Engine. I used to watch that as a little boy, Thomas the Tank Engine. I could recommend that. The Land Before Time. I could recommend The Land Before Time. Toy Story. One of the cartoons of Robin Hood. There's so many children's television shows I could recommend. The Magic Key. The Magic Key. And all that. Honestly, they were very good. They were really good television shows from back in my childhood. Very good back in the childhood. Barney the Dinosaur. I could recommend Barney the Dinosaur to Atticus and the grandchildren. Many, many things I could recommend. Many. And all the rest of it. Rainbow. I could recommend Rainbow. It's on YouTube. Bottom Moon. And all that. Do 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 rainbow up above the streets and mud houses rainbow climbing high everyone can see it smiling rainbow over the skies paint the over with the rainbow do 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 with the late Geoffrey Hayes, who died a good few years ago, sadly, who presented Rainbow. That is close in guess. That's okay. It's easy way to perceive spelling puffin stuff. It's a very easy way to spell it, and I would actually prefer to spell it your way than puffin stuff. That way. Oh, did they not? They never watched it. But yes, I would have thought you'd remember it. Yeah. Because it was on in the very late 1960s, and with you being born 5 years before 1969, it wouldn't surprise me that you would remember it from childhood. But I would certainly recommend it to the grandchildren. HR Puff and stuff. There are plenty of episodes on YouTube regarding HR Puff and stuff. Fortunately enough, and they're restored episodes. Rest assured. HR Puff and stuff. Who's your friends when things get rough? Well, it's such a shame it didn't last long. HR Puff and stuff. Only 3 months. It was aired on the television. Every week on a Saturday it was aired from September until December 1969. Wonderful little show. Wonderful show. Honestly. No, truly wonderful television show. Uh, Hey, and Oliver. Do 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 do. I'd do anything. Oh, sorry if I was a little quiet, but we haven't got so many on today, and it's just making me think: should I finish at 25 minutes, or should I carry on until the 30 odd minute marker? Because seems rather quiet now, a little quiet. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I wanted to share with all of you. I did want to share with all of you. It's one of my friend's birthdays today, so it's a happy birthday to one of my friends. She's turning 60 years old today. Oh, I am? Oh, thank you, Pamela. And also, I'm feeling happy for my friend because it's my friend's 60th birthday today. You wouldn't think she's 60. You would think she's maybe early 50s, very early 50s. And I'm happy for her. And and it was a good members only live yesterday, and especially the advice my friend gave me, and in all other things, it put me in a good mood. I would say that that's probably the good side effect after talking Costco and all that. I think since the Costco conversation, I think it's put me in a rather good mood. No, but there's one thing I would like to share. And personally, in later life, I actually might like to live in this place. It's a nice little village, wonderful little village, in fact, and no enchanting little village, if above and beyond anything to share. And uh, 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 well, could anyone imagine living in a wonderful little village like this, or in a wonderful cottage like this? This was over in Changmere, in West Sussex, and oh my, I could, not now, I wouldn't consider it now, but probably when I'm in my 60s, maybe 70s, or possibly even 50s if I'm financially fortunate enough by the time I'm in my 50s or 60s. I could picture myself and my future wife happily living there. No, I mean really, I could certainly picture myself and my future wife happily living in a wonderful cottage like this. I mean, wow. I mean, oof, to picture a cottage like this in a nice little village like Tangmere, that's anyone's dream in one way or another. It's certainly certainly my dream. But hopefully it won't get knocked down by the time by 2060, which is what over 30 years away. Hopefully in the next 30 plus years, a wonderful little cottage like this does not get knocked down because this has wonderful value. A stone and brick built cottage, true value in the architecture of it, you know. And I would certainly very happily take the chance of living in something like that. I could only imagine so, Pamela. And fingers crossed something like that does not get knocked down in the next 30 years. Because I would very happily, I mean, if the wife liked it, the future wife, even though I don't have a girlfriend yet, but although I had to have met one of my crushes 5 times. I'm not going to say word in public because it would be very risky otherwise. But whoever my sweet darling girl will be, whoever my sweet darling girl I'm married to in the next 30 years, well, I think it'll be, I think in 30 years, I think I'll already be a long time into marriage by this point. I would very happily, I mean, if she was happy with it, I would just live in a cozy cottage like this in a heartbeat. Really, I would. I mean, if you think of the architecture and the value of the conceptual architecture of it, Pamela, one can only appreciate all the work that's gone into something like that, especially if it's stone and brick built on the whole and all that. I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet, but we have been rather quiet today. A bit quiet, but a quiet but enjoyable live stream. I mean, I don't know why. No matter how quiet we seem to be from time to time, we always find an enjoyable element, don't we? Yes. Oh yes, indeed we do. We always find a way to thrive and survive, no matter how quiet or less busy we might be and alive, you know. Oh no! YouTube is having issues. Really? Oh no! Oh no! The comments aren't showing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. I didn't realize. Sorry, Pamela. Sorry, Jodie. Sorry, Celestial Dancers. Sorry, Harriet. And sorry to others who are in here. Didn't realize YouTube on their end was having issues. I had little realization of that. My apologies. No, but I think it would only be sensible to finish things off fairly early given the YouTube issues. And fingers crossed. Hopefully, tomorrow there won't be any tech issues with YouTube. Let us hope for that. Fingers crossed. No, it's a bit shame we had to finish early, but tech issues, it wouldn't be kind to just press ahead when there are genuine issues with the tech. Yeah. But can I thank you all most kindly, sincerely for watching and taking part anyway? And I am sorry if I perceived something wrongly. Sorry for perceiving that we were just naturally quiet. I do now know from Pamela that there are some YT issues, YouTube technical issues, and I didn't know until just learning of it. Yeah, no, I can't see her either. I don't know what's going on with the tech issues. Not sure what on earth is going on. But thank you all most kindly, sincerely for watching, and I shall see you all in the next live stream, which will be tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. UK time. Oh, hello, Kebby. It's just we had a few tech issues, Kebby, because some people's comments weren't able to show, which was a bit annoying. Tech can be a pain. Oh, hello, Annie. We are finishing in a moment, Annie, but we're going to be on tomorrow, okay, darling? You take care, Annie. They messaged me and they are here enjoying me. That's good. But we'll try again tomorrow, Pamela, and hopefully the tech won't be as problematic because their comments couldn't show. Thank you all the same for watching, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Ta-ta for now. And one more thing to say, Annie, yes, tech can certainly be a pain. Even Blacksmith would remind you on that. Technology, as you'd say. Thank you for watching.
Well, that's all today. My internet friends and followers, thank you kindly for joining me, as always. Please be sure before you go to like, share, and subscribe. Invite your friends to join us next time. If you feel they would delight, we have shared tales of vintage trains, of culture, nature, and lore, of history's charm and verdant calm in moments we adore. So bid farewell till we meet once more, with stories rich and bright. My gratitude to you, my friends, till next time. Good night.